Ohio State got exactly what it needed, a loss by #1 Alabama. However, Counselor May is bringing a case that when the BCS championship game rolls around, a one-loss SEC team more deserving of playing in the title game than the Buckeyes.
Because it's just the strength of schedule alone, Your Honor. If you look at the Ohio State Buckeyes, their non-conference schedule against Buffalo, San Diego State, Cal, Florida A&M. And if you look at their schedule during the season, they played not one, but just 2 ranked teams. One of those ranked teams, Northwestern, after losing to Ohio State, lost an additional 6 consecutive games. So they really only played 1 ranked team, was Wisconsin. If you look at Missouri, played not 2 ranked teams, but 5 ranked teams this season. Auburn, not 2 ranked teams, but 5 ranked teams this season, and defeated the #1 team in the nation on Saturday. So if you look at the body of work of Ohio State or a 1-loss SEC team, I don't even think it's close. It's clear to me it should be a 1-loss
Counselor Holtz.
Team. You want to talk about a frivolous lawsuit? This is ridiculous. Let me read you. How about Arkansas State, Western Carolina, Florida Atlantic? That was the non-conference schedule of the University of Auburn. Ohio State is a very outstanding football team. They're great on offense, great on defense. They've won 24 in a row. They started out the season ranked #2 in the country preseason. They've done everything you need. Their offense outstanding. They'll justify it in the national championship game.
Okay, both of you have integrity beyond reproach, and this court certainly recognizes your expertise and values your judgment, but the court has a responsibility to its constituency, which is the viewers. And I would have to say that, Counselor Holt, sometimes your background in the state of Ohio might make you perceived to be, erroneously I think, but perceived to be jaded toward the Buckeyes. Counselor May, the perception among Buckeye Nation, the fact that you're jaded against them, is well documented in social media. So his honor is going in with a little jurisprudence, and I'm going to call in my own expert witness now. Could I have our expert witness, Brad Edwards, our BCS guru, come and deliver some testimony? Brad, what say you about this case that Counselor May has brought before the court?
Well, Your Honor, the counselors have delivered some excellent testimony as far as the resumes go, but I maintain that there are other things that voters could consider. One of them is flat out which team is better this year, Ohio State versus Auburn or Missouri, and also there's a possibility that history could come into play. Counselor Holtz mentioned that Ohio State is not merely undefeated this year, but they're also undefeated for the past 2 years. But you could go the other way and say that the SEC has won 7 consecutive national championships, and just maybe the Big Ten is the weakest it's ever been relative to the rest of college football. So depending on which approach the voters take, I could see the argument going either way.
Well, I tell you, we don't need somebody on the fence. We need somebody on my side. Now, let me say this. I predicted before the season Ohio State would play for the national championship. I said nobody in the SEC would go undefeated. I said that. And that happened.
Counselor Holtz, after all I did to praise you, I'm dismayed that once again you come before this court and try to make it all about you. And in spite of that fact, being fair. I can't get past the 0 in the loss column. The resumes are clearly better for the SEC team. Some subjectivity probably leans in the Buckeyes' favor with that 0 in the loss column so far. Counselor Holtz, rule in your favor.
Are you kidding me? They gave up 600-plus yards to a Michigan team that almost lost to Akron and UConn. And they have 4 losses on the season. Talk about a weak schedule. The Buckeyes, are you kidding me? Yes, they're a good football team, well coached by Urban Meyer. But this is a joke. If they played in the SEC, they'd have 3 losses.
You sound like a comedian out of work.
Don't look at those.
You can't prove that, Counselor May. Court dismissed.
You can't prove that. I can't say that.
He doesn't have to.